Like many people have said the last year is that we are ripping up the rule book.
Kristian is redefining what's possible in triathlon. Gustav has had some amazing performances.
I think all of us, the whole pro field, because Kristian and Gustav are like the ones to beat and they're consistently, we're all kind of analyzing like, why are they good? Why are they ahead of everyone at the moment?
Oh shit, I started way too early.
If I had to pick one more race I want to win, it's Paris, the Olympic Games.
If I win the Olympic gold, then I basically achieved everything I wanted from triathlon.
Going back to the Olympics again, something that nobody have done before, is going to be tough. It's going to be really tough.
This is going to be a good Zwift movie.
Welcome to Bergen!
Was that your British accent?
Yes.
Welcome to Bergen.
Like, do it again in your proper Norwegian accent.
Welcome to Bergen.
Bergen is it's a really nice place. The city in between the 7 mountains, so we have a lot of hills. So growing up here, especially riding the bike, you have to be really strong.
It's typically Norwegian to be best. I don't necessarily think that we are the best. We really want to excel in the thing that we find our passion in.
We haven't seen any athletes bouncing back and forth from long course, short course, long course again, as me and Gustav have done over the last 18 months. And normally it takes like 3, 4, 5 years to go from Olympic distance and over to Ironman and learn like how to race over 8 hours. We sort of did it in a couple of months, and now going back again to short course, it's actually a challenge I think nobody has really had any success with, and I think that's also something that's really driving us.
We're gonna train together until the start line in Paris, and then when the gun goes off, maybe things will change a bit. He has won his Olympic goal in Tokyo already, but for me it's yeah, it's a big one.
Oh, look at that.
Woo! So this is what I normally do when I'm sitting here by myself. The secret before a big Zwift ride. Now, time to show you my Zwift paint cave. Follow me, follow me! And as you can see, in case I have to race in a warm place, I can make it to like a heat chamber, so I can stay in there, ride or run, and be close to die. And there's all the socks that I can't find the pair of.
One thing that's quite interesting that we do know, that if you have a sound program, you'll basically see that if you have volume of training on the x-axis and you plot performance on the y-axis, there's a perfect correlation between the two. Train more, get better, and we don't know where the limit to that is.
What's motivated me the most in Zwift is trying to just stay with bigger packs. It makes it more entertaining, and also it helps me getting those long sessions in, because when you can collect some points and a higher score, it makes it easier to do another 15 or 20 minutes.
Of course, you get more specificity when you're training outdoors naturally, because that's where you're going to compete. But from a metabolic standpoint or being efficient, then for sure biking indoors using Zwift, it's very difficult to get the same amount of work done in 3 hours outdoors that you can do on Zwift. I would say it's close to impossible.
Training before Zwift was more lonely, I would say. Like you're feeling you're there in the basement or in your paint cave doing your session without the community. And I feel really when you're riding there and you're in a pack, or like you see someone who's just following you and sort of trying to break away, and then you're trying to follow, and you really feel like it's almost like you're out there with your mates.
You know, also a guy like Blummenfelt, I mean, it's not that I think he could do it well in any sport, but if you would put him in a pro tour team or something like that, and just train him to be a cyclist, I think there would be not a lot of limits for him. I mean, it's something like a VO2 max of 90 is just universally really good.
What's your fastest 5k?
13:52.
Oh, faster than Gustav's.
Yes, he hasn't been under 14.
In the start, Kristian was a leader, and he was like on time, doing the training 100%, doing everything right. And since he was the best athlete, it kind of brings the right inspiration for the right people to motivate. And now we are like both kind of leaders in the group. If anyone came into me and Kristian's group and had slightly the same mindset, I think he will come quickly at our level, because culture is very important for performance.
So Kristian and Gustav, very different athletes. To the eye, it doesn't take long before you see that they are physiologically different, but they're also psychologically different. Kristian is more what normally would come forward as the 24/7 athlete, which is thinking, breathing, sleeping triathlon. Gustav is more, let's say, call him more a little bit the party lion.
It's me. It's a year old, but already missing one of my biggest paddles. So we always need to like constantly update this one. And this guy is only an Olympic champion triathlon.
I'm not even world champion there. But now, after this year, we need to like build it further out. Or make like 2 floors.
Yeah, I think 2 floors.
Yeah. Let's go for coffee. I'll have a sandwich. I guess I will go for Caesar and chicken. 3, 2, 1, go. So just a casual triple latte to sort of keep me going for the day.
Do you get each other presents?
He wants a wife.
Hopefully this movie can sort of open doors.
Maybe we can turn Zwift into like an online dating program.
I think all the way going into Tokyo, we haven't really been rivals in the same way. And then there we more feel like we are teammates. Whoever have a good day, like we're happy for each other. It's been a little bit more different when we are racing long distance and 7.3s and full distance Ironman, when my biggest rival will be him. It takes away a little bit of the pressure. If I have an awful day, he's the one I hope is taking the win for the team.
So we're here now and you guys are like 50.
Okay.
What do you imagine you're going to be doing?
Yeah, I think I'm done with triathlon. Definitely professionally. Hopefully have a nice family, have a house in Bergen and a house somewhere warmer, and living life.
I guess yeah. I'm in altitude preparing for the age group, 50 to 54. And yeah, youngest one in my category, feeling sharp. I have like 10 more years of racing, and then we will see.
It's a bit more relaxing being home.
Is it? Yeah.
Sometimes it can be a bit not stressful, but it's a lot of things happening out on the road. So coming home, it's nice and easy.
Yes.
Are you proud of him?
Of course, I'm very proud of him. Yes, but still, he's when he comes home, he's just Gustav. So sometimes it's just unbelievable that he's becomes such a great athlete.
She's doing better, but still on chemotherapy. So, I mean, it's never easy with cancer. Family is, extremely important. I have a brother that I trained so much with, and my mother and father driving me to swim practice, and my father basically made a cycling club so that me and my brother and sister could have groups to train with. I don't think I realized yet how much they've done for me. An amazing upbringing. I usually train inside, but it depends on what kind of session I want. If it's quality or if I want something like of good training value, I always go indoors. I mostly use Zwift when I'm back home. I need some good training in, but I also always have a trainer with me on training camp if we want to do some specific testing or really consistent training. If you want to stay 3 hours on 280 watts, it's quite challenging to do it outdoors, but indoors you can just set the power with Zwift and then ride there for forever with no change.
I think you can visualize a lot in Zwift by being into the zone.
I guess a lot of people use Zwift to meet other people, but most people just compete against themselves. So to have your ghost up there, to have a reference of how you've done before, it's pretty cool. I will know how to sprint.
So even if I'm in good shape, I go on Zwift and get my motivation absolutely destroyed because it's so many good people there. I don't understand how fit people are. Like I won Kona, I'm supposed to be like the best triathlete on earth, but then I come back home on Zwift and I just get humiliated by so many people. So it is motivating, but still it's a bit hard sometimes to be put back on earth.
Well, you never know who's the best guy on the day, right? Those two can go 1-2 in every race all the time. Imagine every single day training with that person, keeping each other accountable, and then also having a coach who understands this dynamic. That's what they're doing correct.
I definitely enjoy where the sport is right now and how much it has developed in the last years.
Enjoying the training is crucial when it comes to being in the sport for 10, 20 years. It wouldn't be worth winning a gold if you're having 6 months of struggle.
For me, I do this sport because it's fun. I could never do the work I'm doing without enjoying it. Living my dream life, basically. So fun is definitely part of my success.
Without fun, I think you can get far, but you will never get best. I think you really need to have the fun part and enjoy the process, because if you don't enjoy the process, how on earth would you be able to extract the very last bit of you if you don't enjoy it?